What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to introduce you to one of my all-time favorite comfort food dishes. So this is actually a Hong Kong cuisine dish right here. It's super plain and simple, but it's very delicious as well. So pretty much this is a beef rice dish, pretty much. And there's just some corn, pieces of sliced thin slices of beef, and just rice. And generally, different type of Hong Kong cafes or restaurants, if you ever have a chance to visit one, I highly recommend. They usually serve this dish on a sizzling hot skillet. So usually you get that little char on the meat as well, that little crunch. I love it. Let it cook. Yet normally they serve it kind of raw, so you have to like flip it and cook it yourself. And then they also give you certain sauces. It depends on which restaurant, but typically I think they give you some like a white sauce, and then my go-to is the black pepper sauce, which I got right here, and I mixed it in already as well. But I added my little own twist on it. Usually you eat this, it's best to eat it fresh at the restaurant because it's on a sizzling hot skillet. But since due to coronavirus and stuff like that, I had to reheat it, but I added my little own twist on there. How a lot of Korean people, especially most of their dishes, they use sesame oil. So I just like did a little dab and a little drizzle of sesame oil on it, and yeah, it should be good on the rice as well. Then usually, people give me like a weird look when I do this all the time. I love pepper, and particularly I like this. This is white pepper powder. It's a Chinese brand, Wu Xing. I can't really pronounce it, but yeah, usually I like to sprinkle on some. But yeah, I'm gonna do some right here. Let's do it. Just got usually this white pepper. I think Cantonese restaurants, or maybe all Chinese restaurants in general, you usually use this for soup, but actually I like to put it on rice dishes as well, and certain dishes like mapo tofu is. I always put that on with this as well. It's super good. Yeah. Make sure it's all spread out evenly. Each bite is covered with the white pepper. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we're ready to go. And then yeah, usually the rice dish, like, it's served on a skillet or a pan. You can like heat it up, just like kimchi fried rice. I usually like the rice on the bottom a little crunchy. It's just my own preference. And yeah, and then we also got the refreshing green tea oi cha. I haven't had this for a while. So yeah, let me pop this open. Oh yeah, it's gonna go quite nicely with the rice right here. Okay, let's dig in. So let's see how this tastes with the sesame oil. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Ooh. Hot. So if you actually ever have a chance to visit a Hong Kong cafe or restaurant, for that matter, definitely don't be afraid to try it. So I'm not going to give you too much detail, but remember in Hong Kong, it was a British colony before, right? And obviously when another country occupies or controls another country, for that matter, their culture definitely influences that country. So China at that time was influenced by Britain, and they were the concept of, China had teas already, but the concept of teas were influenced, and different and the food as well, right? And some dishes were kind of combined. So in Hong Kong cuisine, I'm not sure if it's like a newer thing, but they have like spaghetti dishes, like carbonara, and all types of dishes that are mixed with Chinese influence and British influence as well. So yeah, so Hong Kong cuisine, if the Westerners, like the American side of the world, I think it would suit your palate most definitely. Oh my gosh. Well, in San Francisco and I think LA, they're still on lockdown. They're slowly, I think it's like phase two, businesses are operating, and slowly they're gonna open up other businesses as well. But first thing, what I'm gonna do, I know you can see from my videos and like thumbnails and stuff like that. Like my hair is so messy, like the sides, it's so disgusting. And usually, I like to wear hats because I don't really like to style my hair. I'm pretty lazy, to be honest. It takes too much time, and yeah, I can't wait to get a haircut. It's so grimy. But actually, the other day, I know you can use this with everything, obviously. But I was thinking of spam musubi, but instead of spam musubi, right, just like the normal rice that you use. I mean, you could use any fried rice, but kimchi spam fried rice musubi, damn, sheesh, that sounds so bomb. Maybe one of these days I'll try that mukbang. Definitely, it sounds so good. Or even this dish, you can replace it with fried rice. It'll be just infinitely much that much better, right? Okay, so let's move on to today's topic. We'll be talking about Tower God episode 8. So you remember the last episode? The ranker's name is named Quant. He's a redheaded dude. He's pretty short, but rankers are individuals who have climbed to the top of the tower. So you better not underestimate how they look like. They're definitely strong. So Quant, he's trying to give the other team a little handicap. So he says, you know what? Out of the kindness of my heart, I'm gonna give you guys a 111-second head start. So during this time, 10 minutes is time that a knock has to get to across the bridge, which isn't enough time because in the blink of an eye, Quan will catch up in no time. So he also does another handicap. He says, I'm going to just take the stairs. But in this episode, we get a little preview of Quant's abilities. So he's a Shinsu user, and I believe he uses Shinsu. He accelerates himself. He has like super fast speed, and he easily takes down Team B, I believe, which is Khun's team. So Khun, knowing that it's inevitable that Quant will catch up with the knock, he says while on the bridge when he meets the knock, he says, wait down underneath the bridge and listen to my plan. And eventually, as usual, Quant is already caught up already. And even though Khun tried to hide Princess Anak, well, she's not the prince, well, yeah, Anak, he can sense that there's a source of Shinsu down there. Because Khun used his lighthouse, which is the thing that Anak is standing upon, no matter how you try to hide it, he can always sense the power of Shinsu from coming from the lighthouse. So pretty much, Khun is just trying to stall for time and provoke Quant. So he wants Quant eventually, he jumps off the bridge and grabs onto Khun. And they're both falling, and unbeknownst to Quant, this is all part of Khun's calculations. So eventually, since Anak is waiting in the dark on Khun's lighthouse, remember she has the Black March, and before it's too late, she grabs Khun with her not Black March, sorry, with your Green April, excuse me, with her weapon, and saves Khun. And as a result, Quant fell for Khun's trap, and he's left down below, underneath the bridge. And at this time, he's has used a great amount of Shinsu, and Team B thought they, got this in the bag, that he wouldn't have enough Shinsu to climb back up on the bridge. But right before a knock, tries to cross the bridge for victory, somehow Quant gets back up top and grabs a Knox badge, and this game is immediately over. So at the end of the test, there's a big little twist that was revealed. There's no way that Quant would have been able to go back on top of the bridge by himself, right? So pretty much below, Khun and Lowray are down below, and they decide to betray their own team and give Quant help by lending him their Shinzu. And obviously, he took upon that offer. But after the test, you can really see how angry Quant is by getting help from these regulars, right? People below him, since he's a all-powerful ranker. Okay. Whew, let's get some more to eat right here. Okay, so here's the real big twist behind Khun's action. So there's a room where the test administrators are overseeing um, the, the team's test. So pretty much it's revealed that Khun has already made up his mind. His real team, if you remember, is on the friends list that one of the scouts had for their assignment in order to proceed on in continuing this test. Oh, geez. So the scout assignment, I believe they had 10 friends on this list, and among them, was Bam and all these guys that Khun thought that they would be great individuals to form a team with to climb the tower. So his real team is not the team he's currently on. Oh, I forgot to mention, I accidentally flipped the script. So Team A is actually Khun's team. So he intentionally lost in order to give Team B some hints as to how to approach this game. And Team B, obviously, Bam, and Dorsey, Ho, and some other individuals are on this team. So pretty much Khun wants Bam to pass this test as well and climb the tower with him later on in the future. So also these test administrators, they already determined who would automatically pass this test, even though if the team fails. So among those individuals are Khun, Anak, Shibisu, and Lalre. And for this next test, Team B's It is in Dorsey. If you remember, she's a Prince of the Jihad as well. And their whole full plan isn't revealed, but they reveal a little bit of the tactic to approach this next trial. So pretty much Team B's plan is to use the fishermen and scatter them around after seeing what their It is gonna do in reaction to that. So yeah, we didn't at the end of the episode, we didn't manage to see the other team's It, and we'll see how strong this ranker is as well, I believe. And yeah, that's the end of the episode. Oh, that was a good quick little meal. Comfort food at its finest. But yeah, thank you for watching. Peace.